Our other top story here at 5, it is set to be a busy weekend for the UAW. They get to work now getting information out to the rank and file about just what is in those tentative agreements.
And that includes a planned social media announcement from President Shawn Fain. Business editor Rod Maloney live tonight. Rod, there's still a lot of work to be done here, though.
Oh, no doubt about it, and it's just got underway for General Motors here just up the street at the UAW Solidarity House, where the UAW GM National Council came to town, and they're going to have their vote as to whether they should send the current tentative agreement off to the rank and file. It's more than likely that that's what they're going to do. But Shawn Fain is going to, tomorrow at noontime, have his video presentation of that, so it's going to take a little bit. That meeting just up the street is going to probably go until 8 or 9 o'clock tonight. So, in the meantime, the white-collar workers now have reason to cheer after this strike. You could say it's an epidemic of pay raises as the UAW faithful put the picket signs away and look to vote for their major pay hikes and signing bonuses. The GM white-collar workforce is about to get a pay bump as well. GM today saying it's going to give about 45,000 non-union employees a 3.5% raise and Juneteenth off as a holiday. In a statement, the company said, quote, GM provides competitive compensation and benefits for salaried employees benchmarked across industries. Next year, GM will increase base pay and company matching 401k plans, as well as offer enhanced health care benefits, end quote. Even Toyota is saying it's going to raise line worker pay as a way to stave off the UAW's promised advances to unionize their and other transplant facilities. And this will likely mean higher auto prices, says Wedbush Securities auto analyst Daniel Ives.
But it's going to cause what we view as anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 that they're going to have to raise prices to the consumer. And I think ultimately it's the foreign automakers and the non-union players like Tesla and Rivian that do benefit now with the Detroit 3 essentially having one hand tied behind their back.
He also believes as a result of this strike, the internal combustion engine is not headed to extinction as quickly as the White House would have us believe.
I think their death has been greatly exaggerated. And I think if anything, this was really sort of a gut check period for Detroit to show that ICE 10, 15 years from now is still going to be here.
Now, something curious came out this afternoon about the Ford UAW agreement, and that is that the company set aside about $53 million to compensate its workers that were either on the picket line or ended up laid off. In fact, the laid off workers were supposed to be able to get unemployment. Actually, they didn't get unemployment because it was a strike, and they ended up on strike pay. But apparently Ford wants to sort of put this whole episode behind everybody, make everybody largely whole, and so they put that money aside as well. Back to you.
Rod, I know we said there's still a lot of work to do here. Do we know when are we likely to see, though, these contracts ratified?
Well, this is a very slow process. The UAW put out a tracker today for the number of locals that have voted so far for just the Ford UAW contract. I only saw 4 on the list, and 2 of them were from Michigan Assembly. And so as it stands right now, they're saying at the earliest we're going to see the ratifications come sometime in mid-November. But in the meantime, most people have been called back to work. And so everybody's sort of cycling back into the plants as they begin to ramp up as well.
Okay. Continue to keep us posted, Rod. Thank you. Devin.